Hey everybody. I was gonna wait until I. Is this good? Can I put it like that? No, it's not good. I was gonna wait until I. Jesus, why is it dark? Nah, it's not that dark. What if I put this here now? Okay, good. So I was gonna wait until I finish putting on my shirts and everything, but I'm too heated. I'm too impassionate about this topic right now, and I'm gonna tell y'all a little story about how I tried to rescue three or I don't know how long I'm gonna go with this story. I don't know if I even want to go that long. But basically there was these two people. Yeah, this girl named Sora or something, and this man or guy named James. I don't know what his Instagram is. It's like James fucking. He's a fucking wannabe gangster, loser ass motherfucker, piece of shit. Okay, no. So listen, okay, I'm not gonna. I don't want to get too egotistical, rageful type thing right now. But listen, listen. This is a story which I am very passionate about for many reasons. But one reason is I feel like I'm a part to play in innocent creatures dying or innocent creatures getting put through pain. So basically, and also possibly child rape or child stuff, whatever. But I'm pretty sure not. I'm pretty sure I wasn't involved in the child rape, and I'm pretty sure the child rape didn't even happen. But anyways, so I met these two people. One guy I knew through like a year straight of playing basketball with this guy. When I used to play at Horse Park or I think it's called Valley Oak Park. We call it Horse Park because it's got a big statue of a horse. It's in Natomas, and basically, I would consider him a friend, but I always kind of didn't really like the guy. I did like him sometimes, but like I didn't really like him because and I couldn't tell if I didn't like what I didn't like about him. I just had feelings, and I couldn't tell if the reasons I didn't like him were because of my own egotistical reasons or on whatever. But he just seemed to me like an egotist, like not an egotistic, like a fucking wannabe hoodlum, just loser. So it turns out this guy is, we got into fights. We like started slapping each other one time, but like it was all kind of love. Like we were and I used to joke with him, and like I don't know, but like this man though, this guy, I don't want to say, I don't know, he might be 17. I don't know how fucking old this guy is. In this story I was 15 and I'm 16 now, but in this story I think I was 15, I think. Yeah, I was 15. Maybe like 6 months ago or something like that, and oh my god, this pisses me off. So I knew this guy, and then this girl started texting me, or I started texting this girl, and she was like I'm not sure how we started texting, but she was talking about how she was the type of girl who was like, uh, she was the type of girl who was, not really thinking straight, or not, she wasn't the normal girl when she started texting me or whatever. When I started texting her, she was talking about how she wanted to tattoo herself and tattoo other people, and I think she said she was my age or whatever. So I'm talking to her, and I'm like, okay, because I'm like, oh, first of all, I'm a very like not I'm not very in control of myself when it comes to my attraction to girls. Okay, I could fall in love with a broomstick, sexually. I mean, lustfully wise. So look, listen, I started texting this girl because that maybe in the back of my mind, but also I did it for one reason that at least the one reason that I told myself, and that I think might be even true. I did it because I knew this girl was lost, and I knew this girl, and I did it also for myself to kind of form a relationship where it wasn't sexual and where I wasn't thinking sexual. And I'm not. And first of all, I'm not like a freaking player. I can't even pull girls for the most part, and I'm not that great in a relationship, I don't think. But anyways, listen. So I was like, okay, how about we do this? How about we meet at a park, and at nighttime, and we literally just go play at the park. And I was telling her this, and hearing that now, that might seem like disingenuous, or like you don't want to actually just play. You want to play. No, I actually, and I try to be on. I try to communicate. I literally just want to freaking play at a playground, and that's legitimately what I meant. Especially because at that playground that I was trying to meet her at was a playground where it was like I was doing a lot of parkour at that time. Because I like to do parkour. But anyways, but it was, I wanted to have just a freaking normal relationship with this girl, right? But then she said, no, something, let's meet at some place. And I forgot oh yeah, she said she was buying this dog. And, yeah, she was buying this dog, and that she said and then she said she asked me if I wanted to come with her, if I wanted to see the dog, or if I wanted to, help her with the dog, or help her transport the dog back to her house, or something like that. God, I wish I knew this dude's full name so I could just blast him, and hopefully police can hear this for any crimes that were committed. He said he did crimes. So, yeah, this sorry, 7 minutes. Okay. Something about, yeah, it was about her getting a new dog, and I was like hell excited because I wanted to see this dog, and I wanted to help her get this dog. So, she said, come meet me at this place, at this area, and it was like in a parking center, or a strip mall, or whatever. I think it's called a strip mall with all the businesses. So I biked there 30 minutes. I was so excited. I was like, and I posted on my stories like W side quest with this girl, when I gave her at, her username or whatever. And I literally didn't want to be sexual at all, but that's not even the point of this freaking thing. So I go to this area just to meet her and help her with this dog and everything. And who do I see? I see this guy with her, and I was like, what the freak? Wait, why is there a guy with this girl? And then I see the dog, and then I see the girl, and I'm like, hold on, that's freaking James. That's James. That's the same James who, and this is James. I'm hoping I can expose him. I wish I could just put his Instagram. I might end up putting his Instagram and his phone number and whatever I can up on this dude. I don't care if I'm rich and famous. Man, I want him. This man has committed some serious bad stuff. Anyways, yeah. Please. No, I'm not gonna. No, don't do anything. No. But anyways, listen. God, oh my God, this is like a fight with myself. But I kind of want to just, because I know I'm going to be famous and everything pretty soon, and I kind of just want to put their names up and just say, go harass these people because they've committed these crimes. They said they've committed these crimes. But I'm not going to say go harass these people. Don't go harass these people. If I end up saying their names or whatever, or putting them on the thing, don't harass them. But I might put up their usernames or put up their things if I go back and edit this, just so you people can know that these people are not the best people, at least at the time that I knew them, and that these people have committed serious bad stuff and crimes as well, probably. So I met up with this girl, but hold on, who's this guy? This guy's James. This is the guy who I played basketball with for like at least a year, like on and off, every at least once a week, sometimes every day of the week. So I'm like, wait, what the frick are you doing here? So by now, the second I see him, I'm already like put off a little bit. Put off because I know this dude is just not, he just doesn't have a good vibe, you know? He just doesn't have a, um, he's just a fucking, like, he's like that, he feel like okay, his vibe is like some chill, innocent kid, but also he's a fucking wannabe hoodlum who's just he's like he sags his, and he's a fucking white boy, and he sags his pants, and like, oh my god, oh my god. And already I put off, number one, because like I have this thing where I'm like more comfortable with women than I am with men. I'm more comfortable with women who I'm not familiar with versus men who I'm not familiar with. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because there's like a slight attraction, or maybe because I just feel better. But I'm telling you, if I'm near men, and people my age who I'm actually probably more people my age who I'm not familiar with, and their guys, I am usually like much more shy and much more like put off. So the fact that I'm like thinking about myself, like, okay, are they dating? Are they what? And this is when I first see them. Are they dating? Oh god, James. James is a fucking. I don't really like that dude for the like, and like I deep down don't really like that dude, or don't trust that dude, like in a large part of myself. So I'm like, okay, so but I see them, but also the bigger part of me is like, that's just the background talking. The bigger part of me is like, whoa, James is here. And so I say and I'm actually excited to see him. Like, genuinely, I'm excited to see him. And like, I'm like, okay, my friend is here. Friend, like, he's my friend. He's way more my friend than he isn't my friend. I like him more than I don't like him, I think, at this time. So I'm excited to see him. I dap him up and everything. And so it turns out, and so now it went from me hanging out with her and the dog, and to now it's me hanging out with James, her, and the dog. So now I'm like the third wheel, because now I find out that these two people are dating, and then I find out that these two people are homeless. He tells me, this motherfucker tells me, that they've been sleeping on trains, they've been drinking every night. He said they've been drinking a bottle, like he was talking about something like a bottle of Jack Daniels at that night, or like last night, sleeping under a train or in a train, in like, it was like in the sack train or something like that. So now, okay, okay, yeah, I remember now. So this is something I remember feeling. And by this time this was when I was like really, kind of thinking about being homeless, like for real. And I am still kind of thinking about being homeless. Like that's a possibility, option in my back of my mind, which I'm not necessarily opposed to. But anyways, these two were homeless, but they're not doing it right. If they're sleeping on trains, drunk, drinking each other, and fucking, and they're probably fucking all the time. And if he's saying they're drinking a bottle of Jack Daniels or something, or they're drinking at night, and this is before the possibility of her possibly being way younger than I thought, and way younger than him, because he's already a year or two ahead of me, or even 3 or 4. This man is a menace. This man, dude. And the thing is that he's a skinny little punk as well. But anyways, oh my god, if I wanted to, I could beat the fuck out of this guy. That oh my god. Okay, anyways, okay. James, I hope you're fucking watching this. That fucking bitch of a girl, I hope both of you are watching this. You two, okay, listen. before I continue, you two have done some horrible, horrible shit in your lives. Horrible shit. To me, don't even think about it to me. And this is not trying to be some like humble, better than thou or whatever, better thou than what. It doesn't matter. Like the wrongs that you have done to me, and you have done wrongs to me, that does not matter. That matters 1%. What matters most is the wrongs you've done, well, to yourself. That's what probably matters, maybe even most, to yourself, to the other part, to the other girl, to your partner, the two people that I'm talking about, but also to these fucking innocent dogs who you have fucked up. Okay, but anyways, and also other people, and also James. I've heard you've been talking to other young girls. And both of you, and the girl that I'm talking about, I don't know if she's young. I don't think she's younger, but you have done wrongs in your life. Horrible shit, disgraceful. But listen, that does not make you bad. That is not. You are both innately good people. I 100% believe that, or 99% believe that. But the only 1% that doesn't believe that is because it's like the 1% that believes like, are we even in a universe or whatever? Like, I'm not 100% sure on like really anything, but I'm 99% sure that you guys are good people deep down. I think everyone is good people. I think Hitler's a good people. Why am I comparing you to Hitler? Yes, I am. But that's different, and I'm comparing myself to Hitler. But like, look. You two have done horrible shit in your fucking lives. Horrible, deplorable shit. But listen, you two have the ability to have a 1 billion times better influence than I will ever be. Okay, like listen, you can be 20 billion times more influential. Both of you, individual. 20 times billion in 20 billion times more influential, more positive impact than Michael Jordan, than Kobe Bryant, than anyone else. You're good people. You were struggling, and the fact that you two were struggling is no excuse at all, but it's the facts. You were struggling. Listen. Okay, I'm putting this on because I feel like I was like egotistical when I was doing that, when I put my beanie off. But anyways, listen. You two are good people. Start changing your fucking lives. I don't care. I do not care what kind of trauma you've had, okay? And you two have probably had trauma that is far worse than my trauma in many ways. Just like my trauma is probably far worse than a lot of your trauma in a lot of ways. Listen, you've probably been through worse experiences in so many more ways than I have, and in so many different ways than I have. That does not matter. That does matter, but that doesn't excuse jack shit. You need to work past that. You need to work through this shit. Stop hurting innocent lives, you fucking retards. Okay. You're good people. You can become anything you want to be. You can become anything, but you can become everything. You're so fucking powerful. But anyways, back to the fucking what I was talking about. So I'm with these two fucking hoodlums. I'm with these two people. James is telling me, he's like bragging about, or he's not really bragging, but he's like telling me about how they were like sleeping under a train, and like he was like, yeah, I'm keeping her warm under the train, like, yeah, because I protect her and shit, like, yeah, I'm a fucking, I protect her, like, what a fucking loser. Yeah, I protect her, I keep her warm under the train, or some type of shit, some type of loser ass, punk ass, bitch ass fucking shit. Okay, that sounds good, but in your fucking situation, in the reality, that is not good. Okay, like, I don't care. You're protecting you two are hurting innocent lives. You two are hurting yourself. You two are disingenuous punks. But anyways, bro, sometimes I feel like I got my freaking brother's aggression or some shit, and my mother's aggression sometimes. But anyways, so yeah, I was with these people and this innocent dog. Her name was, I think it was a girl. Her name was Posey. And man, this was such a sweet dog, dude. And then, so now, as soon as we get the dog, and as soon as these two people are telling me they're homeless, I start freaking out. Internally, I'm not like, oh my god, but maybe a little bit, because I'm like thinking, how the fuck are they going to keep this dog safe? These two imbeciles, how are they going to keep, who are getting drunk every night and are doing other drugs? Like, I don't think they're doing any hardcore drugs, but they're vaping, they're smoking weed probably. They're almost definitely smoking weed. I think they even try to give me, yeah, they fucking, oh my fucking god, they try to peer pressure me into trying a weed pen, oh my fucking losers. Anyways, fucking bottom of the barrel, you two need to get better. I'm not saying this like I'm very angry, but you two, I'm saying this with, I know you two can be better. It's just that you guys are fucking retarded and you are disingenuous and you have committed morally wrong shit. Horrible shit. Okay. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, there's so many things I'm thinking of all in that one fucking day that are just so fucking deplorable. Holy shit. Oh my fucking god. And not in just that one day either. Okay. Oh my god. Punks, dude. Just fuck the people that you know, the stereotypical, like, don't be in the wrong crowd. These are the wrong crowd. In that stereotypical saying that you know, parents teach kids or whatever. Don't get in the wrong crowd with your peers or whatever. I've never met people so stereotypical of being the wrong crowd to be in. Outcasts, misfits, but not the good misfits, the bad misfits. I'm a fucking misfit. I'm an outcast. I'm not as deplorable as these people right now in their lives, or whenever in these couple months that has been since that, they might have become amazing people. I mean, they're deep down, everyone's amazing people, but they might have stopped hurting innocent animals and stopped hurting innocent people. And I know that's like such a freaking, that's like, oh my god, you're so, like, oh my god. But hopefully these people have stopped hurting innocent animals. And this girl, it's like she gets off on, it's like that's like her addiction is like getting innocent animals and then just throwing them. But anyways, back to it. So now I'm with these people and I'm just walking with them, right? And I'm walking with this dog in them. And so I say, like, listen, I say either I like, she brings up how she's going to drop the dog off at her sister's house or her mom's house or her friend's house. And so I'm like, okay. Yeah, okay, I get the story right. So yeah, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go with you until you drop these dogs off, okay? So I ended up spending basically the whole day with them. And the whole day, my estimation of these two and their abilities and their moral compass is going down at a rate of just, and then sometimes it's like going up in level, and then like their moral ability, their empathy, how they think of themselves, how they think of others, just their vibrations. I can see my estimation of their vibrations, of their human estimation is just plummeting. So I ended up fucking buying them food or buying them a Slurpee or whatever the fuck. And we're just walking with his dogs, And it seems like every single hour I'm seeing a new way where this could just be worse for the dog. And to tell you the truth, the main reason I'm staying with them at this point is just because I know I just want to make sure the dog is fine with them. If I have to get the dog or whatever, I'm making sure this dog is okay with them. Because now I'm regretting this whole thing. I'm regretting even. I wish that she never owned another fucking dog, and I wish that the dog Posey was never with her by this time. But when I first, like, in the first 20 minutes of me seeing them, I was wanting for her to never own a dog. I was wanting for her to never have Posey, but she did. And God, there's a lot of stories from this whole story. There's a lot of lessons that I'm learning. Always go through guts. Never fucking. I don't care if you have to die. I don't care if you have to fight. I don't care what you have to do. Never. If you think, and this is especially if you think that an innocent animal or an innocent person or something wrong might happen morally, don't just leave it up to chance. Don't leave it up to, oh, well, I hope these people do good. No. Fight to your last fucking breath. Go with your gut on if you feel something is wrong. Go with your fucking gut and make sure they are safe. Make sure the ones that you want to protect are safe, and make sure that the innocent people and the people who are you have a feeling might get hurt by these people or might get something. Make sure you protect them, because I didn't protect them. I lost the ball. I didn't go with my gut in the end, and Posey ended up, I don't know what happened. She said that she gave him to a homeless guy. I'm not sure what that means. I'm not sure if that means that she killed them, or she threw him over a bridge, or she just. The point is, I don't believe her. I do believe her that she gave Posey to a homeless guy, but at the same time, how sure am I of that? I don't know, because I don't know. I'm not sure, I guess. But she said she gave Posey to a homeless guy. Oh my gosh, dude. But this is okay. So I ended up spending the whole day with them, and throughout this entire journey, I just see that they just don't know what the fuck they're doing with this dog. So okay, we end up going to a park where Posey's playing, and I'm talking with them. I'm trying to be friendly. I'm trying to connect with them and everything, and connect with them in my own way, and like. I don't know, like, get like, you know, how, and I'm trying to interact with them is what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm not trying to, like, you know, I'm trying to interact with them, because, like, I'm still thinking, like, okay, these guys are my friends, you know, and everything like that. Oh my God, the thing is, I ended up saving another dog on this journey as well. There's a dog who was running out in the middle of the street, like a busy street. Not that busy, but it was like a residential street, but it was like busy kind of residential street, you know. He was running, and I ended up like chasing him back into like this door, this big metal door, which led into like a neighborhood or like trailer park. And I ended up knocking on the door where the dog was at, and they were like, oh, and they were like a fucking Beaner Mexican family. They're like a Beaner. They're like a Mexican family. I don't want to say Beaner. I'm only saying Beaner because it's like stereotypical. I mean, it's not stereotypical, it's anecdotal that whenever there's a freaking, it seems like most of the families who don't take care of their dogs are Mexican, or like Latino or Latina or whatever the fuck, Spain or whatever, I don't know. But these guys were, oh yeah, we let him run free or whatever. So apparently they opened the big metal gate and they let him run free across the neighborhood or some shit where there's a lot of cars going by. Pieces of shit people. No, not pieces of shit, but they're just more people who are just are morally askewed or whatever. And I hate when it's an entire family of people. Like, that's just so disgusting. That's so icky. And maybe it's because I'm from an entire bloodline of people, it seems. My cousins and my family are just disingenuous, not great people to be around. And maybe it's because I'm seemingly the only one who's actually a good person morally. Yeah, that's so crazy to say. I'm like the only one who's a good person morally in my entire family. Like, I believe is a good person morally. Other than my little cousin Derek and maybe Nicole, but everyone else. And then, yeah, everyone else. The only other person is Auntie, who, I can't confirm if she's morally wrong, but I have, I don't know, but I can't, but like, I've had like experiences with her or involving her that are too morally wrong, but I think she is. But yeah, so I ended up kind of saving that dog, or like leading him back into his area, and I think I ended up closing the middle gate. So yeah, but I'm at the park, and a new scenario freaking happens, where I'm just like, okay, so we're talking, and I find out that James and maybe the other girl are cheating on their partners with each other. That's right. At least James, but the other girl, I think, is cheating on their partners with each other. They know better. They know what they're doing. I think they were both older than me, or at least James is way older than me. He's like at least a year or 2 years older than me. God, oh my Jesus criminy. And it pisses me off because James should know better, but he's just like a fucking 2-year-old compared to me. That sounds like I'm putting myself above him, but you know what? I am putting myself above him because he's a fucking retard, dude. And he's not like, I don't know about like mentally a retard. Like, listen, I don't know how smart I am. I've been I know I've been dropped as a baby multiple times probably, and I know I've had a lot of concussions, and I've literally fallen down like a flight of stairs one time. But anyway, when I was a baby. But anyways, like, I'm talking about retard in the fact that he's a retard, like, morally, and he's just like, he and you could talk about why people like myself try to empathize with people, and if it's all just a self it's all just for myself, or if it's genuinely like I do it for other people, but maybe you do it for other people for yourself. You can argue that, and I think that's valid or whatever. But it's like this fucking James, he can't, like, he does understand it, but he's just so fucking, I don't know if he's just so ashamed of himself, or he's been through so much shit, and he's just so fucking corrupted in his mind, and he's willfully corrupted, that he doesn't give a fuck, or he gives a fuck, but he just doesn't, like, he doesn't take action. Do you know okay, so I find out that these people are cheating on with their partners with other people. First of all, if you're cheating on your partner and if they're cheating on their partner at the same time with each other, and they seem serious about wanting a relationship. I think they were serious about wanting a relationship with each other. Oh my gosh, the more I remember, the more I get fucking angry, and the more these people are just proven to be retards. This is shoot me being angry. But anyways, oh my god, I just used a wrestling term for like the first time in my life. I used that wrestling term for the first time in my life. But anyways, shoot means like real, but okay, so somehow I find out about this, or I infer this or whatever. So then I talk to them about it, like, and I say to them, I was literally like an angel like, or like not an angel, but like I was trying to be a rude awakening to these people. Like, listen, you guys are cheating on your partners with each other. And I was not saying it like this. I was not saying it like this because I wasn't, to tell you the truth, I was shy and I was scared, and I'm not like this passionate when I'm in front of other people, especially other people that are in a situation who I was like, I was, you know, not, I was kind of hot in my mind, hostile, but like in like, you know, I was trying to be able to wake up to them. So I was like, listen, you guys are cheating on each other, cheating on your partners with each other, and you guys are expecting this to work out. And I wasn't saying this in this tone. I wasn't saying this in these exact words, but I was saying this. I was like, like, what do you like? First of all, that's probably not going to work out because you guys are cheaters and you are with each other expecting that to work out healthily. Second of all, you guys, that is wrong morally. That is morally wrong. And this is the point I was trying to drive home into them. I said it over and over and over and over. That is wrong morally, guys. I don't care what the situation, that is wrong morally. And you want to know what this motherfucker James was doing? He was like smiling. And he's an ugly bastard. But he was smiling. He was like you know, that little fucking ugly ass side smile. He wasn't that ugly. He's not ugly. He's not, but like, he's like, and he was looking gun, like, but he was not like a, but it was, I didn't feel like it was, I didn't feel like it was, I feel like it was, I didn't feel like it was a, what's it called? What's the new, people are talking about protagonistic or perform. I don't feel like that. That's funny. Empathy, morals. I didn't feel like that was performative. I feel like he was, when I was trying to drive home, that's morally wrong. That's morally wrong. And he was like laughing to himself, like he like that part didn't matter as much, or he didn't care about that part. So yeah, but. And I was like, holy shit, guys. And the girl was like, oh, yeah. He was like, yeah, honestly, you got to do this or we can't go on. Dude, the thing is, dude, I was so fucking supportive of them. And I was so, and listen, I don't want this to drive home to myself. The part of me being supportive to them and me trying so hard to give them the benefit of the doubt, and trying to help them on the journey, that is not the part of myself that I don't want to get rid of and I don't want to change. The part of myself that I want to change is putting these innocent lives in their hands, and knowing that they could and might hurt other innocent people. And I'm never going to let that slide again. I'm never going to let something like that slide again where it's that obvious, or even a little bit other obvious. But I will never let that happen again where I'm just going to stand by when I'm pretty like they might, or something probably will happen. But I'm just going to trust. I'm going to hope. Pray to God. So she ends up leaving the playground with Posey, like leaving the gate. There's like a small, like, waist high gate against the playground and park. Yeah, she was telling me, like, she was trying to convince him, like, listen, you gotta tell your girlfriend, you gotta break things off with your girlfriend. And I was like, telling him, like, man, you gotta break things off. You gotta just tell her, or be honest, or quit this, or do something. Stop doing this. And he was like, no, I'm not doing it. And he even started crying like a fool. But you know, it's good to cry. But he started crying a little bit, tearing up. Now, what was this crying for? Was it because he was scared of losing her, or was it he scared because the experience with her was going to stop, or was he scared because he didn't want to end both relationships? And then you could also argue, why was she on board with wanting him to stop seeing the other girl? Was it because it was morally wrong? Was it because she didn't want to be the only girl with him? I don't know. To both those questions, I don't know. But honestly, the answers are, and I think honestly was most likely almost definitely a mixture of all of those things for both of them. But I think the trajectory is very much so on the self-centered side, on both of those equations for both of these people, on both of those options and all of whatever. So he started crying, and like she started walking with Posey, and when she was down the street, he was like, no, I can't leave her. I can't leave her. So we started running. So we started running down the street, and I'm running after him because, first of all, she said, don't leave me alone. Don't try to come after me. Leave me alone. And she was serious. So he was saying, I can't leave her. I can't leave her. No, I need to get her back. So he was running after her. And it's not like she was, like, he was chasing her, but the girl was walking with Posey away. Oh my God. This probably would have been a good scenario if she just continued walking with Posey, didn't stick around with his loser, and she was a fucking loser herself, but if she didn't stick around with his loser. So he started running towards her. I can't leave her. No. Oh yeah, and as she was walking away, when she was walking away from the park, he was like, no, I can't leave you. No, please don't do this. Please don't, like a fucking little bitch. And not that saying that was like a bitch maneuver, but if you're gonna say that, it's okay having those emotions and having that outburst, but you can't do that while also doing the wrong thing mentally, morally. Holy shit, why is this open? But like doing that, I'm gonna call you a bitch if you're doing that and if you're also doing morally wrong things. So he's like, no, I can't leave you, stop walking away. And then after she was like 100 feet down the road, he was like, no, I can't leave her. I can't leave her. And I was like, bro, stay. She doesn't want you to fall. You gotta leave her. You gotta leave her space. Give her time or leave her space. Respect her decisions. This is what I was literally saying. Now I was getting more determined. Now I was getting more focused. Listen, bro, respect her decisions. You gotta give her space. She needs space. She wants space. He was like, no, I can't leave her. I can't leave her. I can't leave her. So now he started going out the gate, running after her. So now I'm running after her, but I got to get my bike. So I was running after, did I bring my bike that time? Yeah, I brought my bike. So now I was running after him with the bike. And eventually I brought my bike down. Oh yeah, there's this one girl. There's this one homeless girl who offered me and him weed or something like that. Man, I was like no. I was like no, or no, thank you, sir. But the thing is, I might have called her sir, but the thing is, I didn't mean to call her sir, and I did this multiple times. But right as this is happening, we passed by some homeless people, and she was like, she could see that we were angry or he was angry or something, and she was like, want some weed? And I was like, no, sir. And I was kind of, instead of in a judgmental way, I was like, no, sir. But the thing is, I didn't mean to call her sir. It's like, I knew she was a female, but I just am so used to, I don't say ma'am. The amount that I say ma'am and the amount I say sir, or like I think it's sir versus ma'am, I ended up calling her sir, even though I didn't mean to call her sir, even though I knew she was a female. And I could tell she got judgmental of me when I don't know if it's because I called her sir or if it's because I said no, because I did say that no in kind of a judgmental way because she was offering me weed. But you know what? I don't know. Like if you're offering a minor weed, two minors weed, or look like minors, and that part I'm not so worried about. But it's more that, you know, I don't know. Oh, I kind of feel bad about that, but I think, but also I did apologize for calling her sir. I think I called her sir, and I was saying like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you sir. And she was like, yeah, but I felt like I kind of hurt her. But anyways, that was another thing that caused me emotional pain as I thought about that. But so he's running after her, and I'm running behind him, he's running after her and Posey, and I'm running behind him, and he's crying. He's like, no, I can't lose you. And now he's screaming. He's like, I can't lose you. I can't lose you. Come back. Don't leave me. Like a fucking little bitch. And no, that's not that bitchy, but like, no, it is bitchy. I don't know, like him saying, like, if they were in better scenarios, like if you took him saying, no, don't leave me, and if you put that in a morally correct scenario, I would say that's completely fine. That's even manly. But if you're putting that in a scenario where, first of all, you possibly abusing this girl, plus you're also both cheating on your partners, and also you're just committing so many moral bad acts, that's bitchy maneuver. Or I don't know, but I'm more inclined to call you a bitch and call that bitchy maneuvering or whatever. So, yeah. I follow him, and I'm like, dude. And at this point, I'm trying to grab him, hold him back. It's like a movie. It's literally like a movie. And I'm grabbing by his arms and trying to grab him by, and I'm holding his arms back, and I'm holding his backpack. I'm like, no, you need to give her space, man. I know it. And I was like, I was so supportive. I was like, man, and it was genuine. Like, give her space, man. I know you're going through a hard time. I was like, you can cry. I might have said you can cry, and he was already crying. And I was like, man, you gotta give her space. Please give her space, man. Like, listen, I know it's hard, and I was being supportive, and I was like, I know it's hard. I know that how painful this is, but just please, just come on, just give her space. We can talk about this, or you know, I'll always. And I was saying something like, I'll always be your friend, or I'm your friend, I'm your brother, or something like that. You know what he said? He said, Liam, get the fuck off me before I swing on you, bitch. Or Liam, he was like, I'm about to swing on you. I swear to God, I'm about to swing on you if you keep holding on to me. I swear to God, I'm about to swing on you. I swear to God, I'm about to swing on you. And he was like, oh. And I was holding him by his arms, like, so he was like kind of like chicken winged, because I was like grabbing. My arms were going in between his arms. It was like he was from a movie. Like he was, Liam, I'm gonna swing on you if you keep holding on to me like this. And eventually he kind of wiggled his way out through his backpack, and now he left. He turned like a circle, like a freaking rotator in a fucking microwave. And he turned in a circle, and he somehow did some maneuver with his backpack, and I might have let go even, and he somehow went all the way. And then he somehow got free. And then I'm just holding his backpack, and then I think I let it go, or he drops it on the ground or something. And he just running after, like, I can't leave you! I don't come back! And now I'm riding my bike, man. And I'm riding my bike to her. So, and okay, now I think I catch them. Or I catch him right as he runs up to her, and or something like that. And I'm talking to him. I'm talking to both of them now, because he's up to her. He's like, man, I can't leave you. Please don't do this to me. And I ride my bike up to her. And I know I'm not making fun of the girl enough as I should be, because the girl's a fucking hoe-ass bitch. And she's an animal abuser. And that's, oh my God. The girl is worse, way worse than him in this story, I think. But listen, in terms of morals and in terms of just fucking pieces of shit. A piece of shit, bottom of the barrel type human at this point in their lives. But anyways, and I go up to her, and I'm like, I'm rolling up on my bike, because now I'm like, so yeah. And she's walking Posey, and the guys, James, I forgot his last name. I want to blast this guy so hard, dude. God. So, and I'm trying to talk to him, and don't get it twisted. If she would have said, or if I would have gotten a more vibe, but if she would have said, I don't want this guy near me, and by now they're talking to each other, and he's talking to her, and I roll up on my bike, and I'm like, if you tell me now if you do not want him walking with you. Please tell me now. I was telling her, like, listen, just I can call my mom, or I said something like I can call. I was giving her options to not be with him, and I swear to God, I would have beat the fuck out of this dude or died, or I would no, I would if she said she did not want him near her, I would have been, I swear to God, I would have found a way to make that possible. But she was like, she might have said it the first time, and I was like, okay, you want it? Okay, for sure. She might have said, like, I asked her so many times, do you want this guy near you? You should be alone, right? Like, you should not be with this guy. She might have said, yeah, I don't want him near me. And so I was like, okay. And then she might have went back on that as they were talking. So I'm honestly, I don't know if she said that she didn't want him near him. She didn't want her near him. I don't know if she said it. I don't think she even said it one time. But yeah, he caught up with her, and I got up to them, and I'm trying to. This is because I'm trying to find a way, or I'm trying to think of myself. Like, did I do something wrong? Did she actually say she didn't want him near her, and did I just not act upon it? I don't think so. If anything like that did happen, it would have been like, she would have said, like, I don't want him near me. And if I would have heard that, I truly believe, because I'm also a very self-critical person, and a lot of the time I try to poke holes in stuff, to make myself, be like, oh, you're not that great of a guy, but like, you're not that great of a guy, or you didn't actually do that morally correct. But it must, if she even did something like that, it must have been where, like, she said that, and I was like, okay, you need to leave her alone. You need to leave her alone. And then she went back on that immediately. Like, I feel like that might be the only thing that happened. I don't know why I'm getting that so fuzzy in my mind. I don't know. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go on with the story. But like, listen, I don't think that if she would have said that, I don't, like, did I? I don't think I did. I don't think I did. I think this is just my mind. I think this might be just my mind just coming up with things, or something like very in the gray area. Maybe she said, I don't know if I want him near me. But the point is, I don't know. But I don't know. Maybe I'll probably remember it. But I don't know. Okay. I'm trying to get them separated. And so I keep asking her, do you want this man away from you? Do you want this person away from you? You should probably be alone. You should probably go on the bus. And I'm telling her her plan of, like, she was talking about how before she left, she was talking about how she might just go alone, go on the bus. So I was like, hey, you can go on the bus. And I said, I think I said something like, hey, you can, I can call my family or call somebody, and they can just pick you up, and you can go wherever you want to go, and you can go home. Or you can go to your sister's house or wherever you're going to drop the dog off at. And she ended up saying no. No, keep him around. And I was like, are you sure? Like, please, like, come on. And he was like, he was talking to her like, I can't leave you, baby girl. I can't leave you. You like, this is, oh yeah, she kept on saying, these have been the funnest days of my life with you. Like, oh, he said that line multiple times. These have been the funnest days of my life with you. She said that so many times. So, after me really trying to push her to not stay with this dude, she ended up staying with this dude. And this dude, he was like, and what pisses me off, and honestly, no, this doesn't piss me off nearly as much as hurting the innocent. Dude, if you hurt, oh my God. And like, I've hurt innocent things before. Like, this might not sound bad, but I've killed thousands of ants one time, and it's just not good. But that was when I was super young, and like, I've also like maybe been cruel to my animals at points in my life where I've been like too mean to them, or like I was angry and I acted upon them or acted doing something. Like, I'm not super innocent as a person. I'm not the most morally. I'm not like I've never done anything wrong in my life. That's not true. So somehow I ended up with this. I ended up keep going with this girl and with this guy, and this is just pissing me off. This pisses me off. Now I'm literally now the singular only reason I'm with these people at this point, because I continue spending the day with them. But the only reason is so I know. Well, first of all, I know that hopefully the girl is safe. Well, that's second of all, honestly. That's like 1% of why I'm there, so that I know this girl is like kind of safe. Because I already kind of know that the girl is safe, right? Like, I know that, you know, she's not. I don't like, but I don't know. But like, 99 is for this fucking dog. Who these two, just like literal dirt on my nails people, have proven to be not good, not morally right, in almost every way. These are the type of people who, like, when disaster comes, like, these people, these two idiots are the type of people who are just so stereotypically just ugh, you know, just like in a zombie apocalypse, or they would be the type of people who just betray everyone. And I hope you two are watching this. I hope you two to just get my honest viewpoint about you, my honest like hatred about you. Like, hate is a strong word, but I'm giving it to you. Like, I hope I don't hate you people. I hope I don't hate you people, but like anger towards you. And I hope you know that my honest opinions about you are that you have done horrible things and that you are bad people. I hope you know that is my honest to God opinion of you, that you two are bad people. Now, when I say that, good people deep down, but bad people, and I hope you know that I mean both of those things, bad people and good people. But you are bad people, bad things, bad. So now I'm with these fucking people. Dude, honestly, no, okay, listen, I'm getting this, I feel like I might be getting this passion for my mom. But, this anger, hatred, passion for my mom. But anyways, gosh, I'm just so angry when I think about this. Oh my gosh. Damn, maybe I did get a lot of this from my mom, man, because this is like, I feel like I'm speaking a lot like my mom right now. Jesus. Wow, okay, hold on. Okay. I'm gonna continue talking about this, though. So we end up going to the mall, because it's where these two people want to go. And I keep trying to talk sense into them. It doesn't work. So now we're like on the bus to this mall. And I think I have the dogs, or they have the dogs. Or the dog. And Posey is just so chill. He's such a good dog. So sleeping all peacefully. I think it was a girl. Posey is like the type of dog who's like a, oh my god. She was like the type of dog who was, oh my gosh, dude. Oh my god. If you actually try to put yourself in her shoes, like I'm that just oh my god, like if you feel like what she could have been what she might be going through now, and the worst part is I don't know I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening to these dogs and these innocent people. I don't know what's I don't know what could have happened. I don't know if they're gone, if they're dead, if they're suffering right now, if they were so betrayed. I don't know if they're betrayed. I don't know what. But oh my God, I just remember all I have is my experience with them, and my experience with Posey. She was just trusting, and she was just okay. Like, she was going along with the ride, but she was like shy, but she was also trusting, and she was just calm. And her tail was tucked, but she was calm, and she was sleeping. She was staring at me, looking at me. Man, dude, I'm kind of crying, and I feel like I'm not, but this is not me crying on just because the camera is, because I'm talking to people. But like, listen. James and the girl who I'm talking about in this video, listen, you are not bad people. I don't know, I just called you bad people. And it's not like that's wrong, but it's just, you two have made horrible mistakes to innocent things, to me, and most importantly, these other living things with their own emotions, their own feelings. And I know you feel these things deep down. I don't think you are complete sociopaths. I don't even think you guys are sociopaths. But I think you guys are capable of empathy. I think you guys do feel empathy. You just either don't know it, or it's deep down, or you use very little of it now. Empathy is a trained muscle. But and morality, I think that, and morality is so incredibly a trained muscle as well. But listen, I don't want this video to just be of me just hating you, and you and me. Like, I want goodness to come from this. I don't want this to just be a, because when I think about how much, what pain has possibly been through these animals, and everything like that, I don't know. I don't want it to just be a like, am I actually crying? Oh my God, I'm actually kind of crying. I don't want it, but I don't want it to be like, dude, I feel like I feel like I have an insecurity that, like, if I, like, when I cry, it's disingenuous. It's not disingenuous. Oh my God, I have such an insecurity about it. I fear that everything I do on camera is just disingenuous. And that's, this is a theme in my videos, that I always think I'm being egotistical or disingenuous. I don't think I am. I think that's a part in what everybody does to a certain extent, but I think it's a very small part of what I'm doing. But anyways, oh God, okay, the point is, I don't want this to be a video of just bad things. I want this to be a positive impact on both your lives if you're watching this. And I want this to be I don't want these innocent people and innocent things who have suffered to, I want there to be a reason for it. You know, I want you two to learn from this, and I want you two to, and what the fuck was that? But I want you two to learn from this, and I want, God, and oh my God, if I was you, I'd be so fucking guilty right now. Or, you know, honestly, I don't know how well you've honestly, it's honestly best not to feel shameful or guilty of anything. Don't feel shameful or guilty of anything. But I'm saying be empathetic and understand your actions and be empathetic and know that your actions have had consequences. I don't want these. I want there to be a point to it, I guess. I want there to be a positive impact of the suffering and potential death of these animals. And the cruelty that these people have had towards these animals. Whenever I feel like I'm crying, I don't know if it's just a muscle memory thing, but it's like, whenever I almost cry, I yawn, and it stops myself from actually crying. I don't know if that's just a trick I use to stop myself from crying, like subconsciously or whatever. But it's like, see? I feel like I'm about to cry, and then I yawn. But God, I really thought about Posey and who Posey was. And Posey might still be alive, hopefully. I don't know how she's doing. But, oh my God, I just put her, okay. Okay. Yeah, I just want there to be a positive impact from this. I want there to be lessons or good things that come from these animals and from the horrible stuff that has happened. So yeah, I'm with these people simply for the fact that I want to know that Posey is fine with them. And we end up taking the bus to a mall. And by this time, even though I've tried so hard, not hard enough, not as hard as I should have been, but I've tried hard to get them to get them to separate, get her to be on her own, get Posey to be safe with her, to get James out of there, but it just didn't work. And I didn't put my foot down hard enough about making sure Posey was safe. Oh God, yes, coffee. Coffee will get my dopamine up. I got like a sip in there. That worked. Okay, that worked. I'm back on track. Wow, that actually did work. Okay. So I'm with Posey in the bus. I'm with Posey and them. We got on like multiple bus rides around town or whatever, and we get to the mall. I think it's called the Arden Mall, because I live in Thomas in Sacramento, California, America, USA, in the world area of the world that is free to the peasants. Anyways, I don't know if I believe in ice wall or hollow earth or whatever, flat earth or whatever, or any of those things, but whatever. I don't know if I'm not sure if I believe in them. That's what I'm trying to say. Not that those aren't true, but we go to the mall, and then we go inside the mall and everything, and it's also little things like they litter, they were talking back to the person because we were in the mall, and then the shop closed, and like they were talking, the guy was talking back to them, or like just not being, like they were saying, she's like a Chinese lady, and she was like, oh, we need to close or whatever, and he was like, 5 more minutes, come on, or something like that. Or something like that, and then he like left trash there or something, and I had to pick it up, or I had to tell him to pick it up. And and then eventually we were just sitting on the bench, and eventually I kind of had enough, and I kind of just ranted on them a little bit. But we were sitting on like the bench or like the side of the mall. It was kind of nighttime, and I called my sister to pick me up. And, I just said, like, listen, you guys are cheaters. You guys are not doing good. You're not doing morally good right now. And then before this, they were like really, at least the girl was, or no, both of them were trying to peer pressure me into taking this weed pen. And look, I'm not against weed pens. I'm not against weed. But just the fact that these people specifically tried to give it to me, and also like a weed pen, I don't know. Like, I'd rather just take weed or smoke weed or whatever through an actual pipe, or through a fucking bong or whatever, or like a joint. I've only ever smoked weed, and I barely ever smoked weed in my life. But I've only ever smoked weed a couple times from like a pipe, and it was from my family, people who like I obviously trust with that. I don't trust that they're gonna lace me or anything, but and if it was other people, maybe I would have taken it. But like, first of all, it's from a weed pen, or it was like a vape pen or something, but it was weed or something like that. But it was number one that it was like from a pen, and I don't know if if it's like a, I just trust a pipe seems more natural. And also it's from these two dimwits trying to peer pressure me. So I'm like, no, I'm not taking that shit. I'm not taking that shit. They asked me like 6 times. I'm not taking it. I don't want that. 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 So no. And the girl's like, oh, okay, hey, we should stop peer pressuring him, or whatever. Or she's like, oh my god, are we peer pressuring him? Oh my god, or something like that. Some bitch ass, hoe ass, whore ass. I was about to say black ass, or call her the N-word or something. I just curse words that obviously don't make sense, but just because I'm angry. I guess whore and bitch ass definitely works, but whore and hoe, I wasn't even saying that because she was like kind of cheating on people and was with a cheater. But yeah, those do make sense. But I was just saying those words, and I'm saying these words because I'm angry, not because I'm actually accusing her of any of what these things mean. But anyways, besides the fact, eventually I keep getting notifications, good notifications, because they're reminders. But I've like 3 years ago or something, I set up reminders every day of like every 10 minutes I set up like either this should be happening, I set that as a reminder, or I say it is okay or something like that. And it's like every 5 minutes during like a certain time of the day I get a reminder, and I set that for like reoccurring every single day at these times. So anyways, I don't know why my nose is stuffy. I don't know if it's because I started crying, or if it's because I'm in a car with little ventilation right now. But anyways, we're at 1 hour and 13 minutes. This is gonna be a long video, chat. So yeah, I kind of blew up on him, and I just said eventually, because I kept on ignoring him by this time while I was waiting for my sister to pick me up. And by the way, if I asked my sister at this time, like, we need to take this dog, he's in danger, she's in danger, my sister almost definitely, I don't think, would have. Let me take you on the back here, because I need to stretch, dude. I'm like very sure my sister would have said, no, we're not taking him, because there's been multiple times where my sister has completely disregarded animals, because my sister is also a person who is extremely low in empathy and just only very extremely self-centered. I'm doing like the here's a oh god, don't, hopefully you didn't see my private parts. here's a stretch to do. It's like let me see if you can see that. It's like where you put you fold one leg so one leg is outward. You see, like one leg outward, and then the other leg is in. So it kind of looks like the one half of a Nazi symbol, and then you stretch. You sit back on the leg that's outside of ankles up. The leg that's facing down, kind of. The leg that's like this. So you sit back on your butt, kind of on like this side. You try to even out, and then you twist even. That's a really good stretch for your back, I think, and like hip muscles, kind of. Oh gosh. Side note: if and when I become a super athletic person, either I do the NBA or something, don't ever listen to retards telling you, oh, it was in his genetics or DNA. My genetics, listen. Out of the gate, I had bad ankles, bad back, bad knees, everything like that. So don't nobody tell you it was my genetics or whatever. Genetics, I don't know how tall I'm gonna be, but I mean, hopefully I become like 7'20" or whatever. But anyways, so by the end of the night, him and me, it was me, Posey, her, and James. And her Instagram is like Sora World something. And what happened is, and I've gone back and I've seen that her name was out of his bio, so they must have broken up or some shit. Which, thank God, because them being together was horrible. I hope she's not terrorizing another guy, and I hope he's not terrorizing another girl. Not like necessarily terrorizing, but just making people's lives worse, because that's kind of what they do. But anyways, that was very judgmental. I don't know. They definitely well, I mean, if you think about it. But okay, I'm like okay, I need to stop being like a schoolgirl. But I mean, it's true. Like, is it wrong though? Anyways, and I wasn't okay, but my nose is actually stuffy. Yeah, this is the end of the night. We're by the mall. It's nighttime now. My sister is coming to pick me up, and at this time, this is when I should have been. This is when I should have taken the leash, taken Posey, and jammed her in my sister's car. Okay? Because this is by the time I already had Simon, I think. Yeah, this is definitely by the time I already had Simon, because I brought leashes and I brought collars for her dog, Posey, which is around Simon's size. So yeah, hopefully also, phone, please don't run out of storage or anything like that while the video is recording. Okay, anyways, this is the time where my sister came. This is the time. Oh wait, okay, maybe not, because they might have left before me to get on top on their bus. But either way, but no, I still could have done this. I still could have done something like this where I ripped Posey from them or did something, and I jammed Posey in my car. Even with my sister yelling at me and saying and whatever the fuck, and even with them trying to fight me or whatever, I should have laid down my life for this dog at this moment. I should have done whatever it took, whether me I should have been like, you know what, fucking kill me, rape me, do whatever, murder me, whatever the fuck. I'm never letting you touch this dog again. That's what I should have been like. I don't know where raping came in just because it's like, okay, do anything you want. You can. Well, I'm always gonna try to fight you before you try to rape me. But like, I'm never letting you touch this dog again over my dead body type shit. Like, seriously though, that's what I should have done. my throat. That is completely what I should have done. And now, if I'm ever in a situation like that again, that is what I will do, motherfucker. Because I've learned. So, yeah. Gosh, dude. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I leave Posey with them, dude. And I kind of blow up on him by this time, and I say, you know what, you people are just not the best morally, and I don't want to hang out with you two anymore. Keep this dog safe. That's what I try to say to him, basically, in a more stern tone. But of course, you know, these people who are, you know, they're human like me. They got my soul. They're not different necessarily, but you know, these type of people give their track record. I should have known that they're not gonna listen to that. And when I was saying what you're doing is morally wrong. James is once again laughing to himself, like smiling, like a fucking retard. And the girl wasn't taking it serious. I could tell they were judging me. Partly. I could tell they were judging me partly or whatever. And so I ended up leaving, or they left first, or whatever, or we split up. And I went to my sister's. And then I find out through my friend Duty, Deshaun, who I don't know if he's my friend anymore. I mean, we don't talk anymore. But I don't know if I even want him to be my friend, because his mother oh my god. His mother's kind of a bitch, but like not really. But like yes. Well, she is. I'm not going to lie, she is. She's I'm not going to say she's a bitch, but she's been a bitch to me. She's been poor morally and poor. She's been wrong. So she fed into me. She's been saying, so she hits me up by this time. Oh, right. Because he said earlier in the day, hey, can you like sneak this key, or can you like give this key to Duty, because apparently he was living at Deshaun's house. Something about this, because Deshaun's mom runs like a runaway camp or whatever, because these guys are both, this guy was a runaway, I guess, or like adoption center home or something. And this is where James was staying at apparently, and he like ran away from that. The cops were looking for him or whatever. And so yeah, he told me to like bring a key, and I was like, no, I won't. I'm not. Because he was telling me like interact with the crimes that might be happening with him and Deshaun, or he was running away from Deshaun's mom or something. And I was like, I'm not gonna do that. He told me like talk to Deshaun about something. So I didn't say that. But like by the end of this night, I texted Deshaun. I was like, what the heck is going on? He wanted me to do something for you or to you or something. And he's with this girl, and he's cheating on this person with this girl and everything. And Deshaun or his mom tells me, or both of them tell me over text or over phone, that he's texting multiple young girls, like way younger than him, like illegally young and morally fucking wrong young. So they tell me this, right? And now my worry is on a whole different level. First of all, obviously the dogs. Obviously, like, these people are not good for each other. But now I'm like thinking, oh my fucking god, is this what I'm thinking? Oh my fucking god, was this girl underage the whole time? Because remember, James is like already at least a couple years older than me, I think, or at least a year older than me. He was like, I think he was like either 17 or 18 in this by the time this story happened, and that was like, he might be 18 or 19 by now. And I was 15. Yeah. So now I'm like, holy shit. Is this girl like underage? She didn't seem that underage. Or like compared to him. She seemed like my age. But she said Duty, we call him Duty, Deshaun, said like, or his mom, or both of them said he was talking like, I don't want to say fourth graders, but like young girls, like way younger than him girls, like 14-year-olds or 13-year-olds or even 12-year-olds, and he's like 17. Like, he's a pedophile is what they're telling me. So now I'm like, holy shit, what the fuck, that's what I'm thinking. So then I look on the story, I look on both these guys this girl and this guy profile. I check for ages, I check for her age. So then I schedule like a meetup with, so now, okay, so this is Duty and Deshaun's mom. Oh my god, this fucking bitch of a Deshaun's mom. Oh my god, the story is just so wrong on so many levels. So wrong on so many levels. God, dude, this fucking bitch. I don't care if Deshaun sees this. I don't care if his mom sees this. I tell things how they are, okay? I don't give a fuck if, I was thinking about, because I'm going to be homeless, or I might be homeless soon, and his mom owns like a runaway thing or whatever. So I was thinking about just going there until I'm 18. I don't give a fuck, man. I tell things how they are. I'm going to keep telling things truthfully, honestly, from my point of view. His mom is a bitch. His mom was very bitchy to me, right? Very, very cunty, very fucking retarded to me, morally wrong to me. So that him and his mom are telling me like he has multiple underage girls he's talking to, multiple young girls on the phone. I think they might even said he was drugging people, or he was giving these girls alcohol or something, and she said police were involved. So now I'm like, what the fuck? So now, and I'm the last person to see them, right? They're like running away as they see me. I don't know this, but okay, so then I get home, and right, oh my fucking god, here's the thing. They call me in the middle of the night saying, like, the girl calls me saying, Jesus, there's so many things wrong with these people. God, what type of man, this was God telling me that, like, the worst type of people, these must be the worst type of people I've ever seen in my life. So the girl tells me, Sora, or whatever her fucking name is, bitch, tells me, you're a good person internally, but this bitch, you can do everything, you can become way better than this, you can rise above this, Sora, or whatever your fucking name is, you fucking black. Oh my god. But anyways, my anger. Okay. She calls me on Instagram Live or whatever, on Instagram, saying like, hi, and I'm saying this like, she's like a sassy fucking hoodlum black girl, or tries to be a hoodlum. Oh my fucking god. Oh, disgusting. Fucking disgusting. Oh my god, I don't hope you're disgusted. Dude, you can tell I have anger inside of me, and it's just like, it's probably cringe how much anger I have. But I'm going to say it because that's how I feel. This girl calls me and she's like, listen, we have Posey, we're trying to go to this homeless shelter, but the homeless shelter doesn't allow dogs. So you're going to have to come over here now within like 3 or 4 hours. And the place that she gives me is like a 3-hour bike ride away, or like maybe it was even a 3-hour car ride away. And she calls me on the phone saying, come get Posey, or we're dropping her off, we're leaving her. because we're at the shelter and they're not allowing dogs in. What a cunt. Like, what a cunt. You expect me to ride my bike? I think it was like an 8-hour bike ride. I looked it up on Google Maps because she sent me the location. And I was going to do it until I found out it was an 8-hour fucking bike ride. It was either 8 hours or it was 3 hours. One of the two. So she wanted me when to bike there or drive there and get Posey, or she was gonna either like kill. I don't think kill Posey, maybe kill Posey, but or she was gonna kill Posey or leave her or dump her or whatever. Dump Posey. And I was like, I can't fucking do that. And I ended up saying, like, if you threaten her, I'm calling the fucking police. I'm calling, and I'm trying to, like, I'm threatening her. I'm saying, I'm like, holy shit, like, I'm saying I will call the police. I swear to God, I will. I literally said I will hunt you the fuck down. I swear to, I will not rest until you are in fucking custody. This is what I was telling you. And I was serious about this shit. But apparently not serious enough because I didn't end up, going all the way with this. But I was like, if you fucking hurt her, Posey, or if you dump her, I swear to fucking God, I will hunt you down. I will call the police. You will be in jail. And then she like brought out her fucking hoodlum accent, like her hoodlum, like Massachusetts, Boston accent, even though she's in the fucking Natomas. She's in fucking Sacramento and Natomas. She brought out like, hey, you don't know the fucking type of people I know, man. Like, you know my fucking connections. I'll fucking kill you or whatever. Because she said her boyfriend is like a murderer or something, or like some type of shit. He was in prison, and she was like, "Hey, you like the fucking I can't even do the fucking hoodlum accent," but she was like, "It's like the fucking Latina fucking like she's a wannabe fucking Latina hoodlum." What a fucking bitch! This girl is so fucking retarded. It's so cringe. It's so fucking cringe. Like, you don't know the type of people I know, man. Like I'll like. You really want to go down this road? I'll fucking like I know people that'll fucking kill you or whatever. And I was like, motherfucker, I'll fucking kill them. I'll hunt. Bro. Okay, listen. Ooh, if I had my hands on these people. Ooh, if I had and I had fantasies, man. I had fantasies of tracking these people down and fucking. Dude, I had vivid fantasies of tracking these two people down because maybe my mind is. I think everybody has these type of fantasies about people that have wronged them though, and it's these fantasies are things that I would have done, and I think I still would probably do, of just hunting these people down and just fucking beating them with a belt until they're fucking bleeding, and the amount of pain that I would inflict upon these people if I knew I couldn't get if I knew the law I couldn't get involved in it, if I knew, because these like me beating these people and really torturing these people would probably do them a lot of good. It's probably might be their only wake up call, but man, I would oh my God, I would either be like almost punishing them and I would be like, this is your lesson, like I could have really tortured you, or I just would have just fucking tortured them like I kind of want to do. I really want to do. God, I had vivid fantasies, visualizations about me just strapping them up, handcuffing them, and just beating them with a belt. Oh my God, I want to do it so badly. But anyways, oh my God, dude. Oh my gosh. I don't know how badly I want to do this. Oh my gosh. But you know what? Whatever. So that, like she calls me trying to threaten me, trying to do some weird ass accent. She's just the most cringe thing. Just cringe. So she ends up talking to me. I end up getting in contact, and by now the only reason I'm getting in contact with her. Okay, what happened after this actually? After the Posey situation. Was I with her when she got the 2 puppies? We're at 1 hour and 35 minutes. I don't know if I was with her when she got the 2 puppies. I don't think so. But she ended up, so by this time I wanted, and I was by this time I was just trying to set up a meeting, because now I was talking with Deshaun and Deshaun's mom, and she was like, police are involved. We're trying to look for him. He's texting underage people. Duties shown or looked up his phone, and he's texting underage girls. He's preying upon these girls, whatever the fuck she's telling me. And so yeah, now I'm trying to set up a meeting, like, because I say, like, okay, I think I can set up a meeting where I can get both of them, and the police we can set up a meeting with the police and everything like that. And so now we're like, she's talking with the police and I'm talking with her about me setting up a meeting with him and everything like that. Apparently that doesn't go through or something like that. And by now, I somehow try to get it right I somehow get it right. Like, I either manipulate or some type of shit. I get it right with our relationship, me with the girl and everything. Even though I just hate these people by now. But I'm trying to just stay positive and just keep trying to manipulate these people or whatever, so that these dogs don't end up getting hurt, so that this girl doesn't get preyed upon any longer. Can you even see me? Oh gosh. Okay, you can see me now. Someone is calling me. Can I take a picture? Please. Okay. 1-916-351-9400 is calling me. I don't know what that number is. I'm sorry that I just shouted out your number when I get rich and famous, and everybody sees this video and starts calling that number now. Sorry. But then imagine if I was a girl. Oh my god, that would be crazy. Anyways, I haven't talked to her in months and months and months. Thankfully. But yeah, so I try to set up a meeting with her and the police and everything like that, and that doesn't go through. Because she doesn't do it, or she doesn't talk with the police, or the police don't do it. But I ended up, something happens. Oh yeah, this is where I feel really at fault, or partially really at fault for another thing. Not only because I didn't save Posey in time, and I didn't save Posey, but also because she was asking, oh, where can I get more dogs and stuff, and I was like, oh, because this is when we were really on good terms, you know. And I was like, oh, you can go to Craigslist. This is like before I even met her. I was like, well, you can go on Craigslist, and then you could go for animals, and then they should have tons of free puppies, because that's how my friend showed me. I think his name was Paul. Was it Paul or was it Al? No, it was Paul, right? Paul showed me. Yeah, Paul was the one to show me where you could get free dogs and everything on Craigslist. And if anybody's watching this, you can get free dogs on Craigslist, I think. Craigslist, then you can, there's like some type of app or some type of settings where you can see a bunch of free dogs in your area. Please be responsible. Please don't abuse these dogs. If you're in a situation where you might lose them, or you might be in a situation where you might feel like you have to get rid of them to sleep somewhere, please be careful. Your dogs come first, not you. in terms of life or death situations, your dogs come first. Anyways, so yeah, what was this? So yeah, I taught her how to get free dogs, right? Because like I'm like, okay, so this is how you get free dogs. I don't think I thought she was homeless by now. I didn't think. Yeah, by this time I'm pretty sure I didn't think she was homeless. I'm almost positive actually. No, I'm like 99% sure. So whenever I do this, sometimes my neck, this like area of my neck veins or whatever, tenses up or like flexes or whatever. This is a long story time, huh? Anybody still watching this? Oh my gosh. Anyways, gosh, I don't want to freaking. The thing is, this is such a raw and genuine video and like important to me that I don't even want to upload this to my computer Chromebook first I don't want to upload this to my Chromebook in case it fails. So I'm just gonna have this long ass video taking up so much space on my phone for when I record my future videos for a long time until this video uploads. But anyways, you hear my jaw? Oh my guys. It's me trying to open my mouth straight. Oh my god. What? That's me trying to open my mouth as straight. Let me try to open my mouth super straight without even looking at the camera. That's me trying to open my mouth straight. Now here's me looking open my mouth with the camera. Oh my god, my jaw is so broken, dude. Oh my god, my jaw is genuinely broken. I don't know how that happened. Probably something my mom dropping me as a baby or some fight I got into or something. That is something. Now that I think about it, I did get into a lot of fights, but like all of my fights that I got into were like not real fights, but I did get into quite a few of them. Most of them were just like one punch or like it was like a couple punches, or it was just like grabbing or something, or was it just like slapping or whatever. But like I did get into a decent amount of real fights in my life. Most of them were in school. But anyways, anyways, okay, this girl ends up getting two more little puppies. Two puppies. She gets two puppies after because she ends up telling me, like, after I keep asking what happened to Posey, she's like, oh yeah, I gave her to a homeless guy. You know, she's like, oh yeah, I gave her. I don't even want to say this voice because it wasn't like in this voice. It was like in a deeper voice. It was like in a real voice, like the type of uncaring voice, like an uncaring, or like not, or like just like ignorance type voice. Like she said, like, yeah, I gave Posey to a homeless guy, or like something happened, or like I don't know if she's lying by that, if she actually killed Posey, if she dumped Posey off a bridge or something. But but I kept trying to, but I actually improved our relationship, disingenuinely improved our relationship. It worked somehow. I guess I just manipulated it good enough. By this time, I actually hated these people, or like I actually not hated is a strong word, but I kind of hated these people. Definitely did not want them in my life any longer. I was only in it just so if James, for police involvement and also for the dogs. So she ends up getting these two little fucking puppies, and yeah, she ends up getting these two puppies. Gosh, I'm getting tired all of a sudden. Whoa. She ends up getting these two puppies, and when she tells me that she has the puppies, I'm like panicking, man. I'm like, holy fucking shit, this is so bad. But I somehow, she gets these two puppies, and then she calls me like a couple nights later, or maybe even that same night after she tells me about it, and she says, "Hi." I keep talking in the high voice to try to make fun of her, but she has like a deeper voice. Also, there's another thing about this girl. She's a fucking like. Look, listen. She pierced through her like a big portion of her eyebrow, like. Actually, me, it doesn't hurt that bad. But she pierced her eyebrow like a big hole, without it like keeping a straight face. Like what is she like? Cause she had a piercing gun or like some type of gun, like piercing thing. But she pierced a big ass hole through her eyebrow, like went through one side of her eyebrow through the other side. Like it was like in the meat of it too. And she like kept a straight face, like she was like, and me and James were like, what the freak? But she's like, what? It doesn't hurt. I don't know. This girl, and this is not trying to paint her as like an inhuman person. This is definitely not trying to paint her as like a tough person, because she's not tough. Scratch that. She is tough, but she's tough in the way that everyone is tough, because we're all going through shit. But she's not tough because she hurts innocent animals. That's the opposite of tough. That's cowardly. And you can't, if you're watching this, I don't know how you're still watching this and you can even be possibly making excuses for yourself. I don't care if you didn't actually physically abuse these animals, even though you probably did. And I think I even remember you like acting in ways that weren't great for it. I definitely saw you acting in ways that were neglectful. And that is honest to God, I saw you acting in ways that were neglectful. I don't want to hear any excuses. I don't care if you didn't actually punch the dog or didn't actually kill it. You were the reason for its possible / possibly probable death. Of these three dogs I'm talking about, and possibly many more that I don't know about. You are the villain. That's what I'm trying to say. You are the villain. You are the bad person in this scenario. You and James and you and this girl. You and James, and if James is watching this too, you and this girl. You are the bad people. You are the villains. So that's just that. No excuses. No fucking excuses. Because you deep down you know they're bullshit anyways. And once again, bad people, like bad people as in you committed horrible acts. You're not necessarily bad people deep down. You aren't bad people. You are not bad people deep down. But anyway. Somehow she got these puppies through Craigslist through the way that I told her about. Because she even thanked me. She was like, thank you for telling me this. Thank you for telling me how to get free dogs. God, I just want to reinforce that you have committed horrible acts. Anyways. Dude, I don't want there to be any room for these people who might be still watching this video. I don't want there to be jack shit room for these people that even have any type of excuse whatsoever. Zero excuse. Now your trauma and everything they went through, valid, completely valid, 100%, 1000% valid. Your feelings throughout this were 100% valid. Your motivations, your beliefs, 100% valid. You aren't inhuman, but there are zero excuses you have when it comes to hurting innocent animals, especially. Zero excuses. Zero excuses. And I do say, and you know what, I am saying that from a place of I'm higher than you. Not, maybe it's egotistical, or maybe it's just true. Because I don't think I've hurt innocent animals like you people have. But anyways, like you have. But anyways, am I being judgmental? Yes, I am. Okay. But even if I wasn't being judgmental, my words would be true. So they called, after having these puppies, they called me and said, like, listen, you got to pick up these puppies. Or we're going to drop them off or kill them or something, because the shelter doesn't allow these puppies. So they said this with Posey, and now they're saying it with these puppies. So they wanted me to bike like 3 or 4 hours. Like on Google Maps, it's like a 3 to 4 hour bike ride. Google Maps, I don't know what type of ultrasonic speed bikes these Google apps are measuring, but I'm telling you, it takes at least 1.5/2 or 2 times longer, for me at least, to ride my bike through whatever distance than whatever they say on Google Maps for the bike ride distance. So they wanted me to ride like 4 hours at least, to 4 hours there and back, to pick up these puppies, but they're not really like small puppies. They're puppies like probably like the size of my head, or like a little bigger than the size of my head each. 2 of them. Couldn't fit them in my backpack probably, or if I did, that would be uncomfortable. And that just probably wouldn't work really. Or it probably could work, but if I tried. But they wanted me to ride my bike 3 to 4 hours, and honestly probably 4 to 5 hours at nighttime, at like, I think it was like 8 p.m. or 7 p.m. or even probably way later than that, to pick up these dogs. And I was like, you know what, fine, I'll fucking do it. And I was talking with his mom. Deshaun's mom was saying it was a setup or something, and they were going to jump me or something. But I was going to say, no, I'm going to fucking do it, because this is what God will want me to do. This is the right thing. I'm going to do it. This is a test from God to see if I'm able to do this. This is a test for my subconscious. I will do this. I'm going to do this. So I start riding my bike. And then it's like, meanwhile, pitch black basically. I'm riding my bike through this long road. It's like this long bike. It was a bike trail. And then I go upon this part where I have to ride, like I literally almost basically have to ride through homeless camps at pitch black nighttime. Basically pitch black. And I'm like, I'm already riding my bike through areas of homeless, like off like 50 feet or 100 feet to the side. There's homeless tents and stuff in a fields. So I'm not riding my bike through this freaking homeless camps underneath this bridge. It was like underneath a bridge too. So I say, you know what? No, I'm not doing that. So I call the girl, and I say, dude, find out anywhere you can. Please, I'll go. I swear to God, by tomorrow I'll come by and I'll get the dogs for you. By tomorrow, or sometime tomorrow early. Just find a way to let them keep the dogs in, or sleep with the dogs or something. So she says, fine. And I'm like, okay, fine. So, oh God, I'm getting tired. Okay, so, wait, I'm actually kind of pretty. Wait, am I handsome? Am I pretty? Okay, so, oh my gosh. We're at 1 hour and 55 minutes. We're kind of near and approaching the story, end of the story. Sort of the end of the story, not really, kind of, I don't know. She says, you know what? She says she ends up saying she'll sleep with the dogs or something outside or whatever. So I go back home and I think I either sleep or I stay up all night until daytime. And then I ride my bike. I end up riding my bike like 4-5 hours in the morning to this area. Yeah, I ended up riding 4 or 5 hours. I ended up riding 4 or 5 hours on my bike. I'm tired, I'm freaking whatever. But it's also been a cool bike ride. But the whole time I was trying to ride fast. But it was like, when I actually took the time to enjoy it. It was a really cool bike ride, like really cool. Because I was going through some like wooded areas, like some, and I was also going through like cool areas, like in nature, and then also I went like around a golf course and everything, and I went like through woods and over a river, it was like a famous part of downtown Sacramento or something. Like there where there's it's like it's like over a bridge. Hello? My mom is like screaming out there. I don't know what she's screaming about. But anyways, okay, I thought she was in the garage. But anyways, yeah, I was going through some wooded areas, and it was actually a cool bike ride. And eventually, I went to the destination of this like runaway home area and buy some apartments. Oh my God! But you know what? There was also some real acts of human kindness in the story too. Like, first of all, my extreme kindness and the extreme awesomeness in the story, which I'm not gonna. It's not egotistical to say that I was dude. I was so cool. I was so cool in the story. So cool. I was so cool. But anyways. So yeah. That was so cool. Let's see. Okay. I'm trying to talk quietly so my mom doesn't hear me. But she probably heard me when I said hello, because I didn't know if she was in there or whatever. But anyways, man, I am pretty. I'm a good looking person. Anyways, so yeah. So end up going to the spot because eventually I convinced them. I say like, let me come over in the morning and I'll get these dogs off you. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe they end up keeping the dogs for the night and then they find a place where they can keep the dogs or something. But I end up convincing them. It's either they say like, come get the dogs, or we're leaving them, or I convince them to let me keep the dogs. Or maybe I tried to say like, let me keep the dogs for a week or something, even though I was fully intending on keeping them forever, or at least away from them. But either I convinced them to let me have the dogs, or they said, because they definitely said the night before that I either needed to pick up the dogs or they were leaving them. But the following day they might have found a place or something like that. But also I think there was saying I should get the dogs. So I end up going to this place and I get the dogs. I meet up with them, I get the dogs. I try to act like I'm trying to act like I like them. And it comes along kind of smoothly, maybe? I don't know. But I try to act like I like them. And maybe this is a thing where like other people in this scenario, I don't know if they would have. I don't know if I like me trying to manipulate others, but like this, I feel like my manipulating them or trying to at least. I don't know if it worked. I don't know how convincing it was, but I feel like it was good. It was good in the end to do that. I mean, not necessarily good in the end because it didn't. Spoiler, but it didn't amount to much. But but it seemed like I was kind of like joking around with them still and everything like that. But I was also like, I was saying like I'm tired and everything, and that's why I'm, whatever. So I got to them. I saw the puppies. I saw the two puppies. Oh my god, they were so cute. One was named Star, and the other was named. The girl was named Star, I think, and the other was named Star and Olive or something like that. I don't know. They were really cute dogs, and they gave them to me, and they gave me food, and they were feeding them and watering them, and they everything like that. And I called my grandpa to pick me up, and I said, you know what, pick me up. My bike broke down, or my bike is wrong or something. And there might have been something actually that was wrong with my bike, but I said, pick me up. My bike is not doing good. I can't ride my bike or something. Or maybe I just said, pick me up. So he ended up coming, but it took him, guess what? It took him like 3 fucking hours to get there. So they left me with the two puppies. So I was like, okay, it went smooth. Thank Christ. Thank you, God. It went smooth. I'm with these two dogs. But I don't want them to come back again because they keep walking between the apartment area where I was and like the runaway home, which is like on the other side of the street. And it's like, I kind of get the feeling they're gonna start to want the dogs back. So I just want to get out there as soon as possible. It takes my grandpa like 3 fucking hours to get there or more. So I'm with these dogs. I'm just with the puppies, but then this neighbor comes out of one of the apartments, or one of the apartment tenants or whatever, comes up to me like, and they were like, and she was like, hey, how are you doing? I was like, I'm doing pretty good. And she's like, she's real. She's like, hey, how are you doing? And she was like, she brought food and water for the puppies. She was so cool. Oh my god, the puppies were so cute. I got videos of them, man. I got videos of them. the boy puppy was like the most scared one. And the girl puppy was the protector, or like the curious one or whatever. Oh my god, they're so cute. They are so cute. Oh god, I do want to text the girl because I think I still have her Instagram. I want to text her if the dog's all right. I'm like pretty sure the dogs are not okay. Um, but yeah, I was like, come on, girl, please show up. Guess what? As my grandpa showed up, and I walked the dogs to the car. I walked the dogs to the truck, and of course my grandpa is saying, "Oh no, he's like an old ass fucking fucker with one leg." Um, he's not a good man. But that's besides the point. So I get it. So I try to get the dogs in the car, and he's like, he didn't know the dogs, and he was like, no, we're not getting the fucking dogs in there. Get the fucking, or I'm not letting you in. Oh yeah, he was like, I'm not opening the car door unless you get the dogs out of here. Whatever the fuck. But he ends up opening it, and it was like I'm trying to talk. And honestly, I do not remember why. I don't know why. I didn't just say, I didn't just put the dogs in the car and put myself in the car and just said, you know what, either we're going to stay here until the end of time or you're going to take me the fuck home. I don't know why I didn't say that and do that, but I didn't do that. And I was just trying to convince him. I don't know why the fuck I was convincing him, because it is fully 100%, 1000% morally right to not give a fuck whatever the fuck he thinks. Because first of all, he's like an old person who has abused me all my life, and also having these dogs will, there's no way this can negatively affect him. All his reasons he's giving me are bullshit, and he doesn't even see the dog. He stays in his room all the time anyways. So yeah, he's just a bullshit person. But anyways, yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so I try to get, he keeps on saying no. By the time, because I'm just arguing and trying to convince him of letting these dogs in, and trying to get him to take the dogs, it's been like an hour, at least an hour, probably 2 hours since the two assholes, the girl and the guy, came to check up on the dogs, and they end up walking to me, and they say, like, the girl says, hey, okay, I want the dogs back now. And I'm saying, like I'm trying to make fun of her. She that's not her voice. She's more of an uncaring, no, she's more of a, she sounds so genuine, is what I'm trying to say. She's like genuine, like, that's like sure of herself, but it's like what she's like, she's genuine, sure of herself type of voice, type of attitude. But the thing she was doing is just so fucked up and morally wrong, and just cringe, just cringe, and just like fucking loserish. But she's sure of herself, so that makes it even more cringe. But God, dude, it's just I'm so glad I'm with these people. I'm so glad. I pity them, but like they're below me. But like, no, they're not below me. Like, they have the potential to rise above me and whatever. But like, whatever. Jesus Christ, these assholes. So they're saying, like, I want the dog back. I want the dogs back. And now I have my grandpa telling me he's going to drive away or whatever. And then I have these people telling me they want the dogs back. The guy's like, and I'm telling them, I biked 5 fucking hours to get here. You told me we made the deal that you were giving me the dogs. And James literally says that he's smiling. He's smiling. And he says, like, yeah, I know, bro. It's kind of fucked up, but like, it's what she wants. And he gives a little chuckle, like a little, and he's a fucking, like, he's in a fucking cartoon. He gives like a, it's kind of fucked up, but like, it's what she wants. What a fucking retard. God, I wish these people, look, if it isn't clear, I fucking hate you. But I wish you the best, but I kind of hate you. Deservedly so, completely, and I'm completely sure of myself. And the only reason that I'm not hating you is because of the love that I have for myself, and the love that the person that I want to be, and the person that is above you morally. Yeah, okay. I'm doing it for myself. That's why I don't hate you, is what I'm trying to say. And also for you, maybe a little bit. Anyways, yeah. So it's like, I want them back. Shit, they're like, I want them back. And by now I'm pissed off, dude. But I'm just too much of a, like, I don't have a spine enough to just say, you know what, to say to both of them, both my uncle or both my grandpa and both of these two faggots, to just say, at this point in my life, I haven't had lessons, and I'm too much of a pussy, I guess. And I just didn't have the spine. Cause you know what I should have done? Maybe he wasn't allowing me in the car. But you know what I should have done? And this is what I will do now if I'm ever in this type of situation again. And everything happens for a reason, I guess, in different people's lives and whatever. This taught me now, and me realizing this is actually a separate part, but also connected to that. It's kind of connected to the same part, and it's like me learning these lessons and realizing these lessons are connected with that experience. Like, it was like, maybe that experience wasn't over. The lesson wasn't learned until I realized it now, right? So, if I'm ever in a situation like that again, maybe he locked it. Maybe my grandpa locked, even though I don't think he locked the door. But listen, if I'm ever in that situation again, and this is what I should have done. This is what if you're ever in this situation, this is what you should do. But this is what I should have done. I should have said to everyone involved, I will die before I give these animals to you, and I will die before I not take these animals home with me. I should have punched literally through the glass. I should have punched through the glass, unlocked the door, got these animals in. I should have said to her, you are not taking these fucking dogs. You are not taking these puppies. And if James would have swung on me, I would have gladly gotten knocked out and then got in my fucking reel and then gotten back up before just the pure will. I would have gotten back up, reach full consciousness, or reach consciousness where I was able to get up before anyone was able to get the dogs back. I swear to God, I would have died before these assholes got these dogs back. So that's kind of, out of everything that I want to say today, that's the lesson I've learned, is that I'm now the type of person who, if I was in that situation, I literally would have died, gotten raped, gotten my fingers blown off, gotten my dick. I would literally sit through my dick getting pulled off before I would let these animals and let these innocent things get hurt. And before I could let people get hurt, these things get hurt from other people, I will literally, this has literally made me realize in myself, and I am thankful for it in that way. And thank you, God, for letting me have this lesson like this. Thank you, amen. And James and the story girl and the dogs and everything, may you all have an amazing life, death, and afterlife, and me and everyone else and everything. May we all have an amazing life, death, and afterlife, with the peace, love, joy, serenity, clarity, openness, happiness, self-goodness, godliness, kindness, and spirit, amen. Amen. When I say Sora girl, I don't know if it was the Sora. I don't know if that's like, I remember seeing something like Sora in her Instagram username, or I don't know, it might have not been that at all, but she's a black girl. And she was with, she knows who I'm talking about. You know yourself. Hopefully I can put these people's Instagram on here. Yeah, but I eventually caved in and I just gave the dogs back to them, and I went back with my grandpa. I'm trying to get this thing out so I can have more room in that. I'm trying to there's this, the air thing that blasts air in. When this car was working, it doesn't work anymore. But I'm trying to get this thing out so there's more space in this plastic. So I was angry, so I was like, okay, I'll just punch it. Should I just punch it again? I mean, yeah, I'm going to punch it again. I mean, I don't even know. Like I've already I built it up this much, and now I'm like having an anticipation, even though it hurt, and it actually hurt. You know, I'm not gonna lie, that kind of hurt a lot. I did it. I'm talking about. Can you see it? This thing, it freaking. I'm trying to open. Oh, I'm trying to open this up so I can put stuff in here and stuff. Oh, it was a speaker. Ew, that's disgusting. Ooh, I thought it was just a hole. I thought that was just for the air. But it's a speaker. Ew, dude. Ew, I bet there's like spiders and stuff behind there. Well, I'm not touching that. Oh god, maybe that was a bad decision. Okay. Anyways. So I caved in, and I didn't have the spine, and I didn't have the assurance, and I just gave these dogs back to these abusers. And I went with my grandpa back, and it was just shame and sadness. So then I find out that these people, so I keep checking in after these people, and they say and I keep checking in with the girl, and the girl says, "Oh yeah, I gave Star to my friends, and I sold her for $100 or something like that." Or she said, "I'm going to sell Star to my friend for $100." And I said, "Hey, okay, you know what? I'll pay you 70, or I'll pay you like 60." And I said, "Okay." And she was like, "No, I'll give it to my friend." I was like, "Okay, can I have your friend's phone number so I can negotiate?" I'm trying to see if she was actually lying. I'm pretty sure the girl was lying, and she actually just gave the dogs away or killed them or tortured them or something. Do I think she actually tortured any of these dogs? No, I don't think so. But I think I don't know. I don't think she tortured these dogs, but still. I'm saying it's possible. It's not nearly outside of the realm of possibility. God, I gotta go pee. But I keep asking her, are these dogs okay? And then she sets up a meeting with me at my park, and then I get the feeling like it's a setup, like they're gonna attack me or something. So I say, meet me at Wild Rose, which is the park near that other park, and she's gonna give me one of the dogs. And then she eventually just calls that off. And so I just stop attempting to get the dogs, and I keep asking her, how are the dogs? How are the dogs? No, I think I only asked her after these incidents. I asked her once or twice again, days or weeks apart, and she said the dogs are okay. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think the dogs are okay, or I don't think, at least, I don't know what is happening with the amazing, beautiful, amazing dogs, but I know Posey, they really hurt Posey, because they just, at least to my knowledge, they let her Oh my god, my throat is closing up. But they let her. They just abandoned her or gave her to a homeless guy. I don't know if that's true. Something worse might have happened, or I don't, or sorry, they probably did that to the puppies. And I know the puppies are way too weak to defend for themselves. Way too weak to defend for themselves. Way too young. I mean, they were young puppies, dude. I think their ears were even still back. Young puppies, and they were like big dogs, kind of. So they were like, you know, sort of big, like kind of this big. Their eyes were kind of open. Their eyes were like almost fully, if not fully open, but they weren't like puppies, like Pibble puppies, like, you know, Pibbles are like palm in your hand. Like they were kind of big puppies, like kind of. That's pretty small. Like that's smaller than my face, or like maybe as big as my face. So yeah, I don't know, but that was kind of my last contact with her, asking how the puppies were, and she said they were fine. And now you might be wondering, what about the freaking how he's a pedophile? Well, apparently, and the police and everything, what happened with that? Well, apparently, Deshaun's mom is a fucking bullshitter, and so is Deshaun, I guess, and a fucking cunt and a bitch. So, somehow I don't know, remember what happened, but she says, "Oh no, he's not texting young girls," even though she says that multiple times to me before, or Deshaun says that. Oh no, he's not texting other young girls. That's just what we thought might have happened, or something like that. I don't know why she lied to me like this. Was it just so I could try to find James or something like this? She either lied, or she was disingenuous, or she just didn't know jack shit. And I was like, wait, hold on. What? You told me he was talking to young girls. You told me to try and set up a meeting and everything, and you said he was talking to young girls. And she was like, I do not allow children to talk to. She said something like, she texted me, like, I do not allow children to. Like, she said something so stereotypically movie villainous, like pathetic, abusive mother type thing. Like, she said, I do not allow children to, like, argue with me, or something like that. I do not allow children to she said, I do not allow children to challenge me, or, you know, it was something even like have a conversation with me. Oh my god, hiccups. Oh man, there's so much ringing in my ears. She said, but she's texting me like, I do not allow children to use logic against me, or something like that. Something so stupid, and just like, what the fuck are you even talking about like that? Or what do you mean you don't allow children to or like to challenge your logic or whatever? Something like stupid and weird like that. And she's a fucking weirdo bitch anyways. I mean, obviously from these interactions. But anyways, yeah. So apparently they were lying about him talking to underage girls, or they just like didn't have the facts straight, or they told me that he was talking to young girls, and then they found out that wasn't true, and so they just went back on it. Listen, I was told he was talking to underage girls, or they have video, or they have, photos of him talking to underage girls, something like that. I was told that by Deshaun or Deshaun's mom, or both. I think both. I truly believe both. People told me that, texted me, called me. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm losing my voice. Wait, am I losing my voice? No, I'm not. I'm kind of losing my voice a little bit. I don't know how much of this is not performative, but just like my mind going with it. But I am losing my voice a little bit. Oh my God, I'm actually really am losing my voice a little bit. Okay, anyways. I say okay anyways a lot. When I notice my mind is spiraling a little bit. But anyways, oh my God, I just did it again without even knowing. And I was about to just do it again. Okay, anyways. Oh my God, I just did it again. What the heck? Jeez. I'm trying to force myself not to do it again. Okay. So that's kind of the story. I just kind of I didn't try to get the police involved anymore because Deshaun and Deshaun's mom came clean and said that he in fact was not talking to underage girls or something like that. Even though I should have pushed the police on this man, because he was telling me how he was drinking with her, and honestly, man, these people deserve to go to jail, man. They should be in jail. But I should have. Maybe I should do this actually. I might actually do this. Comment down below if anyone reaches to this point. Should I try to get police involved, even though it's been like months and months since this happened? Hopefully I'm able to like put their information on the screen. But yeah. And I mean, again, YouTube. I don't mean for YouTube watching this and for everyone else watching this, genuinely. Don't harass these people. Don't like keep calling their numbers or keep Instagramming their numbers, or don't like send death threats, or definitely don't send death threats. You don't fight this shit with like violence and hurtful threats, okay? You fight this with sharing your opinion about them, not to them though. But you fight this with love, okay? And I've been so loving in this video. I've been truthful, but I've been saying like you are a good person inherently. That's what I believe. But yeah, definitely don't send death threats or anything. But yeah, moral of the story is that I'm telling you, I swear to God, I swear to myself, I don't know, but I don't know about swearing to God, but I truly believe, 99% believe, if anything like this ever happened again, I would fight to my last breath. I would fight, I would kill myself, and I would kill others. Given they were guilty, and given they were the ones trying to hurt animals or hurt me or hurt innocent people, I would kill them. I would end their lives. I would destroy them, and I would fight to my last breath if it means saving these animals. And I would go with my instincts, and I would go with my gut on this stuff. That's it. Love you so much. Have an amazing life, death, and afterlife. Bye bye.